Shelby, will you let me know if you can hear me with my mic? What's up, Valerie? What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Come on in. We're going to do a live haul. If you guys were here earlier today, thanks for coming back, or yesterday. Come on in, live haul. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to get some people in. If you guys have any, what's up, Trisha? If you guys have any questions real quick, we'll let some more people come in. So yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up, Red Cream? Red Cream. All right. So basically, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I got here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. This is all the stuff I'm going to show you that I buy and resell. So these are the type of items that I buy and resell. And it all depends on the price. So I'm going to show you how much I buy it for and then how much I resell it for. So just because I show it to you doesn't mean that's how much you should buy it for. So do you sell Columbia? I don't. I don't sell Columbia. You guys can ask a few questions, but once I start, it's going to be really hard for me to interact. I will have a moderator come in. Hello, it's Helen from Lancaster. What's up? Have you inspired me to resell? Good, good. I'm glad. This is how I learned. So I wish there was live in 2015, but there wasn't. There was just a few YouTubers out there, and they would tell you a few brands, and you just have to trial and error. I lost so much money by just doing trial and error. So I'm glad to help people out. Good evening. Hello. Yep, good evening, good evening. All right, so we have 400 people in here. Let's get started. Again, I'm Brad. Surfs Up Finds is my TikTok name, but also you can click on my link tree. That's where I'm at on YouTube, which I do some tutorials. And if you miss a live like this or a live thrift, you can watch them on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. I post pictures throughout the day of what I find, some stuff that I sell. You can ask questions. That's where we can communicate. So I'm going to show you also, feel free to go to my eBay store. You don't have to buy a thing, but you can look at all my sold listings. You can see what I have for sale. So all that sort of stuff. So are those 3 Lululemon lines mentioned the other day? Yeah, there's your 3 Lululemon lines. So those of you that have been following me, I used to teach for 13 years, and I did this as a side hustle, and I thrifted Lululemon, and that was the worst, probably, financial decision I ever made, because now that's all I wear. All right, so let's go through it first. If you saw my TikTok, it was kind of a joke, but I got these Z Coil shoes. These are definitely a bolo. I'm gonna turn this up. Look out for this brand. They're called Z Coils, and they'll say it on the tongue. And they're made for I think older people, but these things cost like almost $200 new, and they were only $7.99. And if you look at sold, I've sold these in the past. I've probably sold 4 or 5 pairs, and I always sell them for like $50 to $100, just depending on the condition, color, and size. So also with older people's shoes, the wider the better. So on the inside tab, you'll see E or double E or triple E. That's what you want to look for. If you see a lot of E's, that's good with like New Balances that are older shoes. So that's our first hard good. I got a few hard goods. I'm going to start with that. My wife uses those. I thrifted Athleta linen shorts. Keep them. They are great. Yeah, I keep half my wardrobe's thrifted stuff. So half all my dress shirts that I barely ever wear, all this stuff's thrifted. I found these. If you were on live with me, you saw these this week. They're Rag and Bone boots. And I've been trying not to pick up a ton of shoes, but if I know they'll flip pretty quick, I will. So look, they were pretty much brand new. They still had this on the bottom. This is actually leather on top, and they were only $9.99. So $9.99. We looked up comps together online, and they were selling new for like $200 or $300, which means I'll probably expect to get like, I don't know, 50 to 100 out of these, and they were only $10. So no marks on the leather. I'm not going to have to condition them or anything. I can just sell them as is. They've never been worn. Yep, nice boots. Those are cute. What size? So a lot of times with boots, you'll see a size like this, or shoes, I guess, that are European. These are 39 and a half. So you'd have to look online and translate that into a USA women's size. I think these are like an 8 or 8.5. Birkenstocks, I think, are the same way. A lot of different shoe companies are that way. Echo are the same way. So you just have to look online at a shoe chart. So, all right. So here is one of the hard goods that I got this week. Most of the stuff I sell are clothing, just because it's easier to ship. Hard goods, I will usually sell on Facebook Marketplace, take a little cut off the top since I'm not selling it to thousands of people in the country, just locally, and I will sell. For example, if I bought a backpack like this, if I could get $100 on eBay, but get $80 locally, or even maybe $70 locally, I'll just sell it locally. It saves me a ton of time. But this was $5.99. It's a North Face backpack, like super good condition. It's got the hard back, so it's for hiking. But this is really doesn't need much explaining. I'm not really going to talk to you guys much about hard goods. But this was a for sure pickup. For $5.99, a North Face backpack, barely used. Going along with that, I got this, which I've sold plenty of times before. This is JanSport, which isn't the best, but this is a hiking backpack. And in the summer, these are huge. People love buying these. They have this back support for hiking so you don't hurt your back. And this was only $4.99. And I can sell these locally. This one online on eBay is about $80. So howdy. Yeah, you go out west with this thing. But yeah, that online was about $80. So I'll probably just sell it locally for like 30 or 40. Thanks for the hat mustache. Hold on a minute. I'm going to K-Way. If you guys don't follow this guy, follow him. K-Way, I'm also going to make you a moderator, if that's cool, if you're in here for a while. So K-Way shop, he does just what I do. We buy and resell clothing. If you're new to here, I was a full-time teacher. He was a full-time postal service person, and we both did this as a side hustle. We grinded, we worked, we have kids, and we made it our full-time job. Now we're doing it for a living. So here we go. If you ask questions, I will do my best to answer them. So here we go. All right. So today, this was actually today, I paid $4.99 for this Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, which wasn't anything special at first. And then I felt it, and it's actually cotton and silk. So if there's a Polo Ralph Lauren that is silk and linen, has a front pocket, that's something special. Now on the bottom, I happen to find new with tags. So for $4.99, I found this Polo Ralph Lauren. It's silk. I would have bought it anyways, silk and cotton. So new with tags, $4.99. I'll sell this for probably around $30, $35 plus buyer pays shipping. Everything I show you, the buyer pays shipping. That's big. These I bought together, and I'm going to actually maybe lot them up, but this is not a brand I pick up. So this is Columbia. The only time I pick these up are if they are cheap, pricely cheap, and if they're new with tags. So both of these are new with tags. They're the Performance PFG, like you see a lot of boaters wear. These were $4.99 a piece. So what I'll do is just lot them up. Maybe I might sell them separately. Either way, $4.99 a piece. I'll probably get about $20, $22 plus shipping each, and they're super light, so the buyer won't have to pay much. Do you promote listings? Yes, I promote listings. My promoted listings are anything that is diluted. So if there's a lot of them for sale, for example, Under Armour, I'll promote all my Under Armour at 4% or 5%. Ralph Lauren, 4 or 5%. But if it's something rare like a CC Filson, I don't need to promote it. It sells itself. So I don't promote everything. So, yep, priced cheaply. All right. So at the same store, I found this Ariat Pro series. This is a good brand, and it's a good size, double XL. It was $5. That's the symbol you want to look for, Ariat. It's a really good brand to find. They sell women's, men's. It's a Western brand. Boots. This is $4.99. So this shirt right here is long sleeve. It's like a nylon blend. It will probably sell around $20, $22 plus buyer pay shipping. So that was a good pickup. Same store. Those of you who know me, I love my Polo Ralph Lauren that's unique. So this is a newer tag if you're new to Polo, but this one actually it was with the Ariat. It has this snap button front pocket. So you'll see there's double pockets in the front, and they're both snap. So you would call those pearl snap. Those would be pearl snap, and this will probably sell for around $32, something around there. It's a flannel, so I'll actually save this until the fall to list it. And also this Polo Ralph Lauren as well was right next to it. And again, it's a flannel, so it's more unique. And it's XL, which is a good size. And it's got these front pocket buttons that are metal. So they're metal. And once I got the shirt in hand, I also noticed that they had these buttons attached to the bottom. So I'm going to list this, and these are attached by a pin. So I'm going to actually list this new without tags. This is going to be listed new without tags. I paid $5 for it. I'm expecting to get probably like $32, $35 buyer pay shipping. I love pearly snappers. Yes, I do too. Thanks, Trisha. All right. So again, if you have any questions, you can ask. I have some people in here that will help me with the basic questions. Again, everything I sell, buyer pay shipping. I want you guys to look at the brands. These are the brands that I pick up and resell. Everything I pick up is around the $5 mark, and I resell it for probably $18 or more. So I just picked up these this afternoon. They're Mavi jeans, or Mavi, however you pronounce it, but they were new with tags, and they were only $9. So I don't know the exact comps, but I sell these jeans. They're a pretty good brand, these Mavi jeans. I just made a video of brands not to pick up. I actually don't like making videos of brands to pick up because it changes yearly. So some jeans last year that sold really well, let's say Paige jeans, I don't pick up anymore because they don't sell as well for me. So anyway, these are new with tags. I picked these up. $9. I'll probably sell these for around $40-ish plus shipping. Same spot. These guys sell. They keep, like, every time since 2015, these have been selling. So they just don't stop selling. BKE, any of the BKE men's, they have a million styles, like Jake and Tyler, and as long as the hems are in good condition and the crotch is not all messed up and tattered and holy, then these sell well. So these I always list at around like $28, $30 plus buyer pay shipping, and I pay $8 for them. So I love BKE. BKE I can't keep in stock. I sell. If you look at my store, I bet I don't have any in there. Some top 15 brand jeans to pick up. Felix, get out of here. No. So again, yeah, eBay. I sell on eBay. Everything I do is sell on eBay. So you can look at my link tree above. It has a link to all my eBay, YouTube, everything. So all this stuff is from Goodwill. It all is from Goodwill. I'm trying to get into women's. Since I've been doing this full time, I'm learning more and more about women's. I got these Athleta, however you pronounce it. And the newer Athleta, they have the actual name right underneath. So it's super easy to look up comps. So I just typed that name in. It gave me the comps. These were $5. And the comps on these were around $30. So I'll be looking to sell those for around $30 plus buyer pay shipping. These were right with them. Again, Athleta. And they, again, have right underneath them, easy to look up. It has the style right there. So all you have to do is type in Athleta and look up the sold comps. If you're new, you have to look up sold comps. You have to look up sold comps. When I go live with people, often people are like, oh, that goes for this much or whatever. You have to look up the sold comps. So this is a special jersey right here. The boss is here. What's up? Here we go, Trisha, everybody. This is for Kiwi. This is the GOAT, and I like getting retired good basketball players or football player jerseys. So this is a Peyton Manning jersey, and it's actually vintage-ish. It's a logo. They made these around like 2000, 1999. So these will sell well. I even might sell this locally. So this was $5. I'll probably sell this for $25 plus shipping. And they put 2 tags on it. I was messing with the lady today. I don't know if I was live. So there's that. And get to some of your questions if you have any. Tighten up. Get out of here, KY. And don't pin yourself, please. Goodwill closeouts. Would you say the Colts are better than Titans? All right, we're not talking. The Colts are definitely not good anymore right now. And actually, the draft is tonight. But let's move on. So my last live thrift today, I was showing everyone. This all came in one haul. I tell people all the time. People say, oh, my Goodwill doesn't have anything, or my thrift store doesn't have anything. This store I haven't gone to for a month because I went to it 3 or 4 times in a row. I didn't find anything. Today, I said, I'm going to go in there just because I'm in the area. This is all the stuff I found. I think I found at least minimum $200 worth of profit in this one store that I would not have normally gone to. So again, I like my Polo Ralph Lauren. Denim shirts and Polo Ralph Lauren do really well. This is actually a work shirt. It has the 2 front pockets. And this was $5. It's a 2XL. I'm pretty sure it's a 2XL. Actually, it was $7. But this will probably sell for around $27 plus buyer pay shipping. So not all Ralph Lauren, but if it's unique and special, try to find it. Try to find comps like it. I need to make a moderate Wayne shenanigan. I know, right? All right. So here we go. This is a North Face super thick flannel. I'm a seasonal lister, so I'm going to list this in the fall, and I'm going to just hoard this and keep it in a bin until the fall like I do all my fall and winter stuff when it's summertime. I paid up a little bit for this. It was $8. Normally I wouldn't do that, but because it's such a thick flannel, it's almost like a jacket, I paid up for it. I do think this will probably sell for close to $35, $32 once the fall comes. So that's a good price to pay for that. Next is a brand that used to be really good. It's come down a little bit, but I still like to pick it up. Some of you might know it, some of you not. It's Mountain Khaki. But the big thing on this shirt, everything's in the details, right? When reselling, it's all in the details. So number one, it's a good brand. Detail number one, 3XLT. The bigger, the better. Detail number two, it's a pearl snap. So this is a pearl snap shirt. Sorry about that. This is a pearl snap shirt. So it's big and it has the pearl snaps. So those are 2 really good things going for it. It's a flannel, super thick, $5. I think I'll be able to sell this for above 30, around 35-ish in the fall. Again, I'll keep it. If you have any questions, just ask. All right. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's keep going. If you're new, I resell for a living. And I was a teacher, and this is what I do now. I thrift all day and I resell. So this Brooks Brothers is a tennis sweater. That's what you call these. It's a tennis sweater because it has this V-neck, and the cuffs have the same pattern in the bottom too. I wasn't familiar with Brooks Brothers, actually, tennis sweaters, but the Ralph Lauren tennis sweaters, if you find them like this in Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, they sell for 50 plus. So I figured in Brooks Brothers, which is a similar brand, this would do well too. It was only $5. I didn't even look up comps because I was on a live with you guys. And I didn't need to because I knew it would probably go well. This is a Bolo brand, so pay attention. Take a screenshot if you want. How long do you typically stay in the store? I feel like I take forever. I've been doing it a long time, and I hit the same thrift stores. I don't have one thrift store that I can go to and get a whole bunch of stuff. I have to go to multiple thrift stores every day. So every day they're rolling out new stuff, and I know when they roll out certain tags. So this week, every tag this week they rolled out was red, which means all the other tags I've looked at from prior weeks. So the only ones I was concerned about this week are red. So when I go down the aisles, I'm just looking at red tags and only looking at red. So that's it. So I can go pretty quickly through a thrift store. And the better you get, you can feel the blazers, you can feel the clothing, you just know really quickly. That's why I'm putting a lot of videos out what not to buy. I think that's more important. So this brand right here, take a screenshot. This is a super Bolo brand, like probably a top tier A+ Bolo brand. You don't find them very often. I think I've only found like 3 of these, and I've been doing this for a while. But again, Pearl Snap, really good brand. Pearl Snap is a plus, and it's a 2XL. So the bigger the better. 2XL, Pearl Snap, that'll bring good money. I don't know the comps on this, but my guess is probably over $50 for sure. And I paid $5 for it. Howler has a fan base, will sell fast. Yeah. So, do you live in a large city? Yeah. So I live in Indianapolis. And where I live in Indianapolis, we have 2 Salvation Armies close by and at least 10 Goodwills. So I can hit all these Goodwills. We also have 2 bin centers, but I don't go to the bins. So I can hit a whole bunch of Goodwills since I live in the metro. So I'm lucky about that. So here's another one. So I found 2 of them right in a row. Howler, this all came from the same thrift store. Literally, I didn't find anything. They rolled out a cart. This was all on the cart. Everything, all these shirts I'm showing you right now. So this is a Howler 2XL. Again, this will probably sell for close to $50 or something. I only paid $5 for it. Same thrift store. Let's see. This is a brand that you need to be careful with now because they sell it at Costco, which means it's getting saturated. They kind of sold out. It's still a really good brand, especially if you find jackets and vintage stuff, but it's Orvis. And this is a super nice flannel. It has a double button in the front. And sometimes with Orvis, you guys need to look down and you'll see that it has a special. So this is the Fairbanks version of Orvis. So this was $5. It's going to probably sell for like, I don't know, 20, 25 in the fall. I need to get back into my me. I feel like I'm being too serious. Mutation online, smaller quantities. Yeah, so I'll look up a lot of those comps, but by doing this so often, I just know if I see Howler, I'm throwing it in the cart. I'm not going to waste my time looking up the comps because I know Howler's a really good brand. I just like that Mountain Khaki Pearl Snap. That Mountain Khaki Pearl Snap, I've sold this brand plenty of times. It's 3XL, it's a Pearl Snap. I don't need to look up comps. So this is something that I do on occasion. I don't normally pick up Brooks Brothers, but these are 2XL. They all have this little, the little fleece guy on them. So I picked up 5 of these, right? They were $5 a piece. What I'll do is actually lot all these together. That means I'll take pictures of all of them. And then I'll take a really good thumbnail of I actually have one in my store right now of Brooks Brothers, but I'll take a really good thumbnail. I'll lot them all together and I'll sell them as a lot. So these were $5 a piece. I bought 5 of them. So I have 25 into these. I'll probably sell them for $75 for the lot. That saves me a ton of time by selling them as a lot. I don't have to take individual pictures and measurements of each one. Just take pictures of measurements of one of them. So, all right. Or Dixon, yeah. So Howler, Dixon, Grayson. Yep, never look up those comps. I just get them. Tommy Bahama, yes, they sell well. If they're all silk, bigger the better. They have to be really loud, floral. If they have the big embroidery on the back, that's really good. The bigger the better. You'll often find Polo or Tommy Bahama in big sizes, like 3XB. So same place. The only reason I bought this is because it's pure linen. So this is a pure linen long sleeve from Brooks Brothers. I didn't look up comps on it actually, but it's linen. I think I'll be able to get 20 or so out of that, and I will list that right now because linen is a year-round type of cloth. Here's a Under Armour polo. It was $5, and Under Armour with big schools. So what I have found out with Nike and Under Armour, Peter Millar, any sports brand, if you can attach it to a big school like Notre Dame or Alabama, like a big fan-based school, Stanford, Vanderbilt, any of those types of schools, Ohio State, they sell better they actually sell better for me. So for example, I found Peter Millar with a Vanderbilt recently, maybe a month ago, and I sold it super quick. So a lot of times those sell well. Arc'teryx is the king of outdoor brands. Someone put Arc'teryx in there. Arc'teryx is the king. I sold a Peter Millar for $55 in a few hours. Exactly. So why didn't I mention Georgia? Right now, Georgia, if you find a Peter Millar with Georgia, everyone's going to buy it because they're really good at football right now. I find those Notre Dame all day in South Bend. Yeah, so Notre Dame, if you guys don't know, is in South Bend, Indiana. It's kind of like one of those schools like Xavier or Gonzaga. It's like you don't know where it is until you know. So here's another Notre Dame. And this one I actually paid up for. People in the chat were like, just do it, just do it. It was $10, but it's a 3XL. Again, if you find Under Armour or Nike in 3XL, you'll do well. Now, I did not want to pay $10 for this, but because it has the Notre Dame and it's a 3XL, I think I can sell this for 25 or so. So I'll be able to make $12 to $13 off that. If it did not have the Notre Dame, I would not have picked it up for $10. Your money is made when you buy your stuff. For example, I just made a video of jeans I do not buy because all the jeans where I live are $7.99, right? I don't buy any of those brand jeans. One of those brands, which is Hollister, I would sell if I had them, if I could source them for $1 or $2. So it all depends, right? So if I could source Hollister for $1 or $2, I'll buy them. But if they're $7.99, I'm not going to buy them. Do lot items sell faster? Not necessarily. It's a way for me to sell those shirts at $10 a piece together and super quickly. So I'll save a lot of time by selling them together, and someone will get a better deal. Instead of spending $12 or $13 plus shipping on 5 shirts, they'll get 5 shirts together with one shipping price for $10 a piece. And I don't shop at bins. I actually just shop at the Goodwill stores. Again, this one threw me off, right? So obviously this is all the same. They rolled out this cart with the Howler, with the Mountain Khaki, with all this Notre Dame, with the Brooks Brothers. One cart changed the day at this Goodwill. Went from nothing to over $200 in profit with one cart. So this is a strange Notre Dame symbol. It has a strange patch. But listen, the more unique, the better. So if you find unique, that can be better money. And it's a 4XL. So you have an Under Armour 4XL with a unique Notre Dame patch and a unique Notre Dame patch on the side. I didn't even look up comps. This is going to be worth good money. It was $8. So I don't know how much this is going to be worth, but since it's a 4XL, I honestly think it could get close to 50. I don't know. I've never seen that Notre Dame logo. So if you guys know, you can tell me. Do I shop at Salvation Army? I do. I do shop at Salvation Army. I like selling the items in lots. Shipping to Canada is crazy expensive. Yeah. So lots I do some lots for sure. Someone said it's worth 200. Yeah, someone in the live today said this is worth 200. I've been doing this long enough where I don't get too excited until I actually sell the item or sell the item. Yeah, sell the item or see it actually listed and sold. So I hope it is. If it is, that'd be cool. But I'm just going to pretend it's worth 40 or 50. So for example, if you go to my eBay store, I have at auction right now a t-shirt. Someone had it listed for $299, $299. It's the only one I found with the exact logo and everything. It's the only one, $299. I listed at 99 cents. In my mind, it will go for how much it's worth. So in my mind, people only pay, things are only worth as much as people will pay. So is what I'm trying to say. So you can ask $1,000 for the Z coils, but no one's going to pay that. They're going to pay $50. So these are only worth $50. They're not worth $1,000. They're not worth $100. They're worth $50. Things are only worth what people will pay. And I learned that by doing antiques. So that's where I learned that from. I have a lot of stuff, guys. So I'm going to put this on YouTube. If you're just coming in, I'll be posting this whole thing. And I apologize for not answering all your questions, but I want to get through it all. So $5. Again, Orvis. But these are a nylon like fishing pants. I've sold these a ton of times. I will list these right away because they're like a hiking fishing pant, nylon, super lightweight. These will probably sell for $22 plus buyer pay shipping. I paid $5 for them. So make sure you look up your Orvis. Make sure you look up your Orvis. I bought these. I did not look up comps. They were $8. Again, jeans where I live are $7.99, but they are the baggy jeans, American Eagle. And I know right now baggy's like popular with some of the girls in high school and stuff like that. I have neighbors that are in high school and they wear a whole bunch of baggy stuff like old Levi's. So I bought these for $7, new with tags. I don't know how much I can sell them for. I didn't look up comps, but my guess is in the 20s. So those are cute. Yeah. And they have this stretch. So that's always nice, right? If you're a guy or a girl, you eat too much, you know, your belly gets big and you can relax and breathe. So I do some antiques and women's clothing. Yeah, I love antiques. 25 on those jeans. Okay. Yeah. So I thought for $8, I'm not going to lose. Thanks. You love my antiques. Sometime I'll do a show and tell. That would like be like my favorite thing ever, because this is like show and tell, right? So if you're in school in like second grade and you're like, this is what I found today and this is what I did this weekend. This is how I feel right now. I'm doing my show and tell. This is like the ultimate show and tell up there. Again, here's Athleta, however you want to pronounce it. But just some pants with these zippers in the front. The reason I picked these up is because I felt them and I looked at them and I knew right away that they were linen, or at least the linen blend. And they actually, I've never seen them, but I haven't been looking at Athleta that long. But they're pure linen, 100% linen Athleta pants, and they're joggers. So if you see a cuff at the bottom like that, usually it's a jogger. So I know these are going to be worth decent money. I paid $4.99 for them, and I bet I'll be able to get in the 20s for them. I've been eyeballing that Spotlight. Oh, yeah. That one right there, it's pure brass. It's pretty cool. Let me see what I got. My wife. Dry clean. I do not dry clean. The only time I dry clean, I have dry cleaned before. If there is like, one time I got an Orvis big wool jacket with the toggles and the hood. It was like a $180 jacket used. I got it for $10, but it smelled like smoke. So I went and got it dry cleaned. That was worth, I don't get anything that smells like smoke unless it's worth it. That was worth me taking to get dry cleaned and reselling. So I had about $25 into that jacket, sold it for $180. So yeah, I don't dry clean anything unless it really needs to and it's worth my time. But I'm trying to get this together. It's an Athleta, whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm not going to get together, but it's this blazer, right? And again, it's a little bit older style, but I'm going to say it's new without tags. It has this right here. A lot of times the thrift stores will cut off our tags just to do it so we can resell it. But I didn't find the comp because there was no name on it. And so I looked down here, and for the first time with women's clothing with Athleta, now I know what to do. I'll find the number and I will look it up. And this actually, someone had it listed for like $140 new. Obviously, I don't think I'll get that. It was $8, but I wouldn't be surprised if I get in the 30s for it. I don't know. So I don't know. I work at a dry cleaners. I'm also a reseller. Nice. That'd be cool if you worked at the dry cleaners and like people didn't get their stuff and you had it for a year, and then you could claim it yourself, like lost and found, right? Here are Big Star, just like BKE. These sell for me. I cannot keep these in stock if you price them right. So these are $7.99 for me, and I price them around $30 again, like $27 to $30, and I sell them every time. So they're a Buckle brand, Big Star. They have this big stitching. Down here, the hems were good. Again, they have distress. That's like a natural distress look. That's how they came from the factory. So $7.99. These are just bread and butter. I sell these all the time. I can't keep them in my store. Cannot keep them in my store. Love those. Rock and roll denim. There's so many rock revival. I don't think rock and roll. There's so many rock wannabe revivals. So rock revivals do well. How do I photograph my items? I do all my photography on my flat lay floor. So I have a floor and I have my lighting. I just do everything with my phone. I've been really trying to get my time like time is money, so do everything as fast as I can, but still do it quality. And I do everything with my phone now. So I take pictures with my phone and everything. This was a good pickup. Let me see if I can find the bottom. So here you go. This is a bolo, guys. Ralph Lauren purple label. So if you find Ralph Lauren with a purple tag, that's called the purple label. That's like their high end. This is like the stuff they sell at Saks. So Ralph Lauren, they're not going to sell their low stuff at Saks or Nordstrom's. They're going to sell their best stuff. So this is a purple label. It's a women's full suit. Here's the bottoms. And so it's a women's full suit. I think I paid $10 for it. And it's actually pure silk, the whole thing. So the whole thing is pure silk. I forget where I looked at it. Yeah. So right there underneath the tag, 100% silk, the whole outfit, $10. I didn't look up comps because Purple Label sells really well and it was pure silk. I don't know how much this will go for. I'm guessing around 80 to 100. Sorry. What do you, blah, 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 blah. Cowgirl, rock and roll cowgirl. Gotcha. I know there's a brand with like the stitching in the booty, but I actually got this for someone local, I think, right here. It's just an old vintage tee from 2005, and it's a whole bunch of country artists from Indy, and it has this cool flame. So I actually have a guy in Indy make connections that he buys all my vintage t-shirts that are worth like $15 to $25. So all I do, I just pick them up. Here's another one that I picked up last week. I just pick them up, I put them all in a bin, and he buys them from me $5 each. So I really just double my money. If I get 50 in a bin, I make $50 off of them. So just double my. Can you make a video which Ralph Lauren not to buy? There's so many. Ralph Lauren's such a wide brand, but man, the prices. You find the right stuff, you're talking thousands of dollars. If you find the right stuff. So I'm not going to go through some of this boring stuff too long, like these, but I pick these up all the time. Under Armour. These are called match play shorts or pants with a stretchy waistband. These are the shorts. I sell the pants and the shorts every single time for $23.99 plus buyer pay shipping. I sell them like weekly, daily, especially right now. They sell all the time. Always purple and black. Yeah, purple and black. Hey, I'm back. My dad's here watching too. What's up? She's off. Nice. All right. So if you're missing any of this, I'm going to post it on YouTube later on my channel. But here is a blazer. You might have seen me put it on my Instagram. It's got that nice tweed. And I know everyone finds these tweed blazers. And I pass up on them all the time. But if they're an actual Harris tweed, that's what you want to look for. If they're a Harris tweed blazer, it's going to be worth much more money. And they usually have a leather button. So they have these leather buttons. It's Harris tweed. I'm going to hold off and sell this in the fall. And these blazers, they come in brown, they come in black, they come in blue like this, all sorts. And they sell within like seconds I list it, honestly. Because I list them at around $40. I could list it higher, but I list them at $40 because I don't want them sitting a long time. And they sell like that. And they only cost me $7. That's really nice. Is that women's? That's a men's. So that's a men's. This is actually, I cannot believe I found this. This came from one of the suburb thrift stores, which we have. I call them squatters. If you guys are in my live, we have squatters that just sit there all day and wait for carts to come out. But it says Patagonia men's. And it's at like, it's not down, it's at like Primaloft or whatever, the Primaloft or whatever it is. And it was only $10. So $10 for this Patagonia, it's men's. This thing will sell for probably around $75 when winter comes. I'm not going to list this until winter. So I keep all my winter and fall stuff aside. If you're new to reselling, I would list everything you have right away. So if I had 50 items, I would list those 50 items right now. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. Here's Beta brand. And these are women's. They're actually good. They're 2XL. And these look like they've never been, I don't think they've ever been worn, but these are only $5. This is a good brand to look for. They make blazers, they make women's clothes, they make men's clothes, a lot of pants. but these are a good brand to look for. So there you go. If you haven't seen it, Beta brand. And just look for that B. That's kind of what's going to catch your eyes. They'll sell easy now. Yeah. So Nano Puff. Yeah. So a lot of people are like, why don't you list it now? Why don't you list it now? So the reason I don't list all this stuff now is because from September 1st until March 1st, I'm hoarding all the spring and summer stuff. So I have totes full of shirts, short sleeve shirts, and shorts, right? So once March 1st hits, I'm throwing all that stuff out there because that's the season people are buying those items. And during that season, I'm hoarding all the fall stuff. So once fall hits, everyone's hitting the thrift store looking for fall stuff. Well, guess what? I have totes of it in my basement that I'm going to resell. So I'm kind of ahead of everybody by doing that. So when fall gets here, everyone's looking for that stuff. I already have it and I'm throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there and it's selling quick. I found this Polo Ralph Lauren. Again, I like unique. These had these little swordfish embroideries all over it. It was only $5. So again, anything Polo Ralph Lauren that's different sells for me. If this was just a regular blue polo, I probably wouldn't pick it up. So, but for $5, that will probably sell close to 30. I mean 20. On your eBay, why are some people are summer cover 22 and some are 49? All right, so someone just asked a question. Right here, I'm gonna pin you up here. So they asked me why some of my summer comfort polos are $22 and why are some like $50? It's because the golf course logo. So the ones that are $50 are a very famous PGA golf course logo. You could find a Masters like Augusta logo, or you could find like a any of the really popular like a Pinehurst logo. Those up the value. So logos on golf courses can up the value. They could also hurt the value a little bit, but with that particular one, it ups the value. You'll see some on there that are $22 with another golf course logo. That's just a local golf course, and that will probably hurt the value maybe just a little bit, but not too much. So I'm new kind of to Judy Blue. Shout out Kayla. Shout out Kayla. Judy Blue. I've seen them, but I saw this Aztec side, and that's different. So when reselling, anything different and unique just usually does well. So these were $8. I think these will do well. They're not small. They're a good size. They're 15. These should do well for me. I don't know exactly the comps, but I think they'll probably sell in the 30s. So do 3X this week. I already sold in one day. Yeah. Judy Blue starts at $55. So and this unique Aztec side, like anything Aztec just does well. A lot of brands make it. Pendleton, Ralph Lauren, Denim and Supply. I'm telling you, I don't want to go. I'm going to go through some of this stuff fast because a lot of it's repeats. But I still buy Vineyard Vines shorts. These are called seersucker. A lot of you probably know that, but if they're this like white and blue, and they almost have like a ruffle in them, a mini ruffle, they're called seersucker. So I'll still buy these shorts if they're unique or in decent condition. They're only $4 where I live. So I sell these for 20 plus shipping. I bought that pair. I bought another pair of seersuckers. I bought a pair of the Vineyard Vines with this unique pattern right here. So they're all $3. I'll turn them all, and they'll be easy for me to list. Here's just a Nike shorts. Again, $3.99. I found these all together. These will sell for around $20. I do not ever pick up this brand unless it's unique. It's Joza A. Banks. The only reason I picked it up is because it's new with tags and it's seersucker. So these will still sell. I'm looking for around 20 for those. Anything that's Vineyard Vines that's like a stretchy, like their performance. This is their performance line of golf material. I buy them. So again, these were $3.99. I'm guessing these will sell for around $22. So again, those were all together, probably on a cart that just rolled out. I forget. Judy Blue Starfit. I sold this pair. Yep. All right. So here you go. Here's another one. Brand to look for. This brand has sold for me since I started 2015. So 8 years, 8 freaking years. This brand keeps selling. It's, in my opinion, it's out of style, but it keeps selling. Carbon to Cobalt. So people pass. I literally go to stores with resellers that go through an aisle and they'll pass up this brand. And this brand sells. The sweaters even sell for like, this sweater sell for $50. Some of them are cashmere blended. So these always sell for me. If you look at my store, I think I just sold one this week. Actually, I did sell one this week. I sold one like 2 days ago. But it was $5, and the flannels like that will sell them like 25, $30. Do you want to see it again? It's a flannel, carbon to cobalt. So carbon to cobalt. Don't be mistaken by carbon, just carbon. It's got to be carbon to cobalt. Carbon to cobalt. I think that was like, might have been a Nordstrom's brand at one point. So it might have been a Nordstrom's brand. Here's a suit for you suit lovers. Again, Polo Ralph Lauren, anything unique. So this has a unique pattern to it with a little, it's like a mini houndstooth, but with like a window pane. I forget the actual exact, but it is Blue Label Polo Ralph Lauren. Blue Label Polo Ralph Lauren's suits actually do well. This one's made in Italy. And what really got me with these is this waist. If you find Polo Ralph Lauren pants with this waist, I don't know what you call it. I forget. But with this waistband right here, they do really well. So this suit was $10. I bet I'll be able to sell this for around $75. So was it 10? It was $19. $19. So I'll be able to sell it for around 75, I think. Two sold pair of jeans separately, same person on Poshmark. Do you need to ship together? All right, help. I sold 2 pair of jeans separately to the same person on Poshmark. I don't do Poshmark, but on eBay, what I do is combine them, and then I print the shipping label, and then I just refund them the difference in shipping. So if they paid $10 for shipping in one and $10 for the other, I will refund them $10 and package them together in a flat rate. So that's what I would do. I don't know, Poshmark, you can do the same thing. But here's cycling jerseys do well for me, especially if they are like a USA team. So this is a USA team, Trek jersey, Radio Shack. Like this is what they did actually when Lance Armstrong, because I think it has a Livestrong on the side before he cheated and all that stuff. But anyways, it's only $5. I think these sell for around 25. But I really like picking up cycle jerseys if they're the right brand. The one, I forget the name, but if they have a scorpion on them, those are like the top tier brand. Thanks, Beach Walk and Hike. I appreciate it. So thanks, y'all. Literally, second sale ever. Good, nice. Get that sales. Get those sales. Let's go. We're all one community, guys. That's why I'm here helping you. I saw 6 cycling jerseys the other day and passed them up. That doesn't mean they'll sell though. So it has to be the right thing. I pass up a lot of local places make cycling jerseys for events. Like here in Indy, I'll see like the beer ride or the night ride or the ride for Lilly Foundation or whatever. They don't sell. So it just depends. You have to look up the comps on the exact jersey. Actually, there are a lot of beer companies that make jerseys, like Heineken or whatever. Those sell well. So here's a pair of Prana pants. K-Way was calling them Piranha. I don't think that's the right way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was always Prana. Prana pants. These are just women's hiking pants. They're $5. These will sell super quick for in the 20s. So I'll show you the actual. This is the logo you'll look for, but not all of them sell really well. You want to find like the nylon blends, like this. Nylon blends sell much better. I prefer it in men's, but I will pick it up in women's. So, yeah, Prana. You are correct. It's Prana. Yes. I thought it was Prana, but hey, there's plenty of stuff we learned. So here's a Peter Millar, just regular Peter Millar, 2XL, $5. I'll sell it for probably 25. So there's actually no logos on the side, and it's a 2XL, so that's better. So 2XL, the bigger the better, and that will sell for around $25. Here's a Travis Matthew that I found, brand new with tags. It doesn't have any logo on it, so it's like straight out of the store. It was $5, so I bet I'll be able to sell this for around 35 plus shipping. So again, I think this is the only thing I found in the store that day. This wasn't with that Peter Millar. I think this was the only thing I found in that store. So that's why I hit store to store to store. And you just got to go back to the same store. Don't feel defeated. You just got to keep going. like after work, I did as my side hustle. After work every day, I'd hit the same thrift stores on my way home. There were like 3 of them. So every day I'd hit the same ones on my way home, and they knew me, and I'd come in there and I would just hit the same 3. And that's what I would do every single day. And every day they'd have new stuff out. So you can't give up. You can't give up. Are you familiar with Southern Tide? I am. I actually don't pick up Southern Tide unless it's priced right. So Southern Tide I like are the performance Southern Tides, like the golf with the polyester and spandex. But they have to be priced right, like under $5 for the polos for sure. The long sleeves that are cotton, I don't pick up anymore. Again, that's a brand that sold really well for me like 3 or 4 years ago. They don't sell as well for me now, but if it's priced right, I will pick it up. So I got this Orvis for women's. I normally don't get Orvis women's stuff. It doesn't do really well for me, but this is a wool, like hand knit. It almost has like that Aztec look to it. Super nice and heavy, wool, hand knit. It was only $5. Anything that's like Aztec, wool, and it's like a cardigan like this or whatever, and it's women's or men's, I pick it up for $5 if it's a good name brand. Orvis, I didn't even look up the comps. So my guess is that will probably sell in the 30s once fall hits. I pick these up all the time. You'll find them NFL, Nike NFL logos. Any team, they sell for around $18 to $20. I have a Falcons one I just listed, Colts, any team, Broncos, whatever. So that was only $5. Again, any NFL team, that's Nike. They're all Nike now. I think the NFL is just straight Nike. So if you find Reebok, it's older. So how do Tom's shoes do? Not good anymore. I don't pick up Tom's at all. They used to do well. What size is the cardigan, the Orvis? It is and also be careful with wool, guys, because people will wash it. I pass over so many Pendletons. This is a large extra large. So large, extra large. But I pass over Pendleton shirts often because they've been washed and they just completely shrunk up. So people will they'll wash their wool stuff and then they'll donate it, and that's why it's donated. So here's something else to look for. So pay attention. Pay attention. No Toms. Yep, no Toms from me. All right, are you ready? This is one of those, what the heck am I looking at? Check out that brand, right? No brand on these, but they're super thick and heavy. You guys know me and my denim. Look at the brand. No brand. The no brand on these nice copper buttons. Well, guess what the name of these are? They're called the unbranded jeans. They're unbranded jeans is the name of these. I found them before. So these are unbranded jeans, and they're selvage. So you'll know selvage because they'll have either red or blue striping on the hems down below, and they'll be super thick. Like these feel stiff. So these are selvage jeans, unbranded. They're over $100 new. I've sold them before. I think I'll be able to sell these for around $40, and they were $7.99. So I don't find these very often. So don't really, maybe not expect to find them. I think I've only found, that's probably the 3rd pair I've ever found. So would you buy Tommy Hilfiger men's jeans size 44 by 30 for $2? I stay away from Tommy Hilfiger. I mean, you could sell them. I'm not sure how much the comps are right now on those. Old Navy. No, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't buy Saddlebred. No, Old Navy. The thing is, the reason I don't buy any of those brands is because I go into every thrift store and I see them in every single thrift store, which means they're just oversaturated. No one's buying them for $8 at the thrift store. So for me, it's thinking no one's going to buy them online for $8 personally. But brands like that Howler brand, like I never see that brand. That these unbranded jeans I just showed you, I never see it. So items you don't ever see are usually the items that sell really well. So let's see, what are these? Just a pair of Nike shorts. These are definitely my bread and butter. These take me literally 30 seconds to take pictures of these, and because I've sold them and I have ones for sale, they take me probably 30 seconds to list. So a minute for me to list these, and they're $4, and I'll only make probably $11 off these, but $11 for 2 minutes of time is worth it. Do the math. So it adds up quickly. Same with these Adidas shorts, just Adidas shorts. I call these the 360s. They're the stretchy, like the match play for the Under Armour, but these do really well for me too, around $20. And I have ones just similar listed. It takes me 2 minutes to list that. I make $10 or $20. Another pair of Nike. Now these are good. Another pair of Nike. So again, those take me no time to list. I only make $11, but it adds up. When you're selling them all the time, like I do Polo Ralph Lauren shirts the same way. You can look at my sold listings. I sell them daily. All right, so let me get to some of y'all's. So eBay, similar to Unbranded. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this brand. So check this one out, guys. I've never heard of this brand. So look out for that one. I'm learning, trying to think. Yep, you're welcome for all the help. How about 511? Yes, I sell 511. I like 511 pants. I thrift them for $5 for the pants, and they sell really well. Some of them sell really well. The Strike, I think they're called Strike with the Y, and those sell for like around 30 plus shipping for me. I actually found a pair of 511 jeans I'll get to that I found this week. They do well. All right, so here we go. These, anytime I find Nike college stitched shorts, basketball shorts, I always pick them up. Always. So these are UConn. You guys would be surprised how much college stitched shorts go for. So almost any major college, you find the stitched shorts, they go for such good money. People pass them up all the time. And look, I paid $10 for these. I don't like paying $10 for shorts at all. That's how much I like these shorts. And I didn't even look up comps just because I know well enough, especially UConn, that the vintage Nike sewn shorts are good. But one thing you do want to look for, these are really smooth, but you want to look for like little, what do you call them, poles. You want to look for poles in the back and in the front and on the sides, whatever. Those didn't have any. And then these are awesome too. So look at these Marquette Jordans. So these are all stitched. Marquette, super good. Has that Nike or that Jordan. These sell really well. They have their the stretch in the waist. They have their tie. And these were only $4. So I don't know why those were more. I guess because they were Nike, but Jordan usually does better anyway. So look up these Marquette. They sell really well. Both of those I bet will sell for 40 or more. So Vineyard Vines XL I picked up for $5. I like Vineyard Vines shirts. I still sell them. Is it a long sleeve or a polo? If it's a long sleeve Vineyard Vines shirt, like a Tucker shirt, I sell those for around $20 plus shipping. Yeah, those Marquette shorts are nice. I love it. Do you ever go to Savers? I wish. We don't have a Savers in Indianapolis. Really, Goodwill owns our town. Goodwill and Salvation Army owns our town. But I've been actually finding myself going to other places, like Salvation Army more. I still go to Goodwill's often, but Goodwill, like everywhere else, they've been pricing their stuff up crazy. And like Red, White, and Blue, I know K-Way shop. They have them in Tampa, and they don't even go to Goodwill's anymore. They go to Red, White, and Blue, and he said they're like building them all the time, and they're taking over. So like Goodwill will have to start lowering their prices very soon. But sometimes Goodwill prices stuff like this at $6. So this is a North Face, and Patagonia calls it their better sweater. I don't know what North Face calls it, but it's this nice sweater, like zip up, full zip material. It's a men's. This will probably sell for around $45. And again, I will hoard this. I will save this until the fall. I'm not gonna list it now. Again, I only do that because I have so much stuff that I need to list that is spring and summer right now. And also, if I list that now, there's a good chance that it won't get many hits. And I think the algorithms on eBay will just drive it down. So it won't get many good impressions right now if I list it. This I picked up as well. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren. It's like vintage. Again, it's unique. I've actually never seen an orange one like this. If you're familiar with North Face, it almost looks like a Denali jacket with that side on the side right there. So this was $5.99. I'm guessing I'll probably get in the 30s, like 35, 37 plus shipping, again in the fall. So Thank you guys. Your lips don't match your words. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm delayed. But you can hear me, right? So maybe I'll just talk like this. So I found, no, I'm not. So this was funny. We were in a live. I was in a live this week, and I found this bag. I'm like, huh, this has the ripstop material. If you see the squares, that's ripstop. That's what you call that. You'll find them on those 511 pants you were talking about. You'll find it on different things. But it was Arc'teryx, which is like the #1 brand for outdoor, anything Arc'teryx. But it's like the top of a camping bag. So I'm like, oh, where's the rest of the bag? There wasn't the rest of the bag. But what we found out was you can take this top of the bag and make it a fanny pack. So this was only $2.99. I didn't look up comps, but I'm thinking no matter what, this fanny pack, it turns into a fanny pack, and it's Arc'teryx. And look at this thing. It's like a monster fanny pack. You can fit all sorts of things in there. I mean, so cool. I mean, look at this. I can fit all my stuff in this fanny pack right here. How nice is that? So yeah, so Arc'teryx fanny pack is how I'm going to list that. Do you deal with a lot of return selling clothing? No. I think my return rate is probably like 1% or 2% maybe, which means like 1 out of every 100 items, maybe. Yeah, I could fit my little dog in there. You really could. I mean, legit, and a little dog's head could fit out. This thing is huge. Like you could fit your whole family of 4 meal in here and hike up the mountain and eat up at the top and have a picnic. So this was kind of a unique thing, right? It's the top of a camping bag, but we found out that it actually could be a fanny pack. So for $3, I picked it up. I have no idea how much it'll sell for, but it's Arc'teryx, and that is the best brand. So another bread and butter. I picked these up in the spring. I actually don't hoard these because they take up room, so I only buy them in the spring and summer. But these are a really big size. They're Polo Ralph Lauren, and they are just these regular old cargo shorts that you guys probably see often. But I can sell these for around $20, and I only pay $4 for them. And I just sold a pair like last week for maybe $18. So now that I sold a pair, I can relist these super quick. So I can take pictures of these in 30 seconds and list them in 30 seconds. So again, like maybe 2 minutes worth of time. So 2 minutes worth of time for those pants, those shorts, I'm gonna make $10. So you kind of see, I have my big ticket items, and then I have my fillers that I sell daily. So those $10 items add up. You sell 4 or 5 of those a day, I mean, that's $50. So, any more questions? No meat left on the bones. You should do a whatnot. I see a few things I want. I know I don't have a whatnot yet. I'm not at K-Way status yet. So only Blue Label Polo is good? No. Blue Label. Purple Label is the best. Black Label's really even better than purple maybe. I don't know. But they're right up there. Abercrombie cargo shorts are one of my favorites. So someone put Abercrombie. Those are Y2K. So here you guys go. Abercrombie cargo shorts are actually one of my favorites from like the early 2000s. Do you measure? Yes. So whenever I take pictures, I do all my measurements with my pictures. So not a lot of people, some people do it, some people don't. But for example, let's just say my shirt. I'll do a flat lay. I'll take a picture of it, plain flat, and then I'll do a measuring tape pit to pit and take a picture of that. And then I'll do a collar to the bottom and take a picture of that, take a picture of the back, take a picture of the tag, and that's it. And then on my listing, I don't list any measurements. I don't go to the measurements and list anything. I don't list them into my description. So that saves me a ton of time. The measurements are right there in the pictures. You just list the pictures like you normally would. And when the person gets the item, they can't say, oh, this actually measures something different. Well, they were pictured exactly how they measured. So it also covers you there too. So not saying any other way is wrong. That's just how I do it. I feel like it's a time saver for me. I found this Nike. I thought it was super unique. It's a women's. You can see it's like a crop Nike right here. And it's got this like blank Nike tag. I don't know. I'm not like a sneaker kicks dude, but whatever you call that. But it was only $5. So for $5, I thought it was worth it. I'm guessing I didn't look up comps, but probably $25 or so. I want the crop Nike. If you do, guys, if you do see anything you want here, just in my link tree, I have an email attached, or just hit me up on Instagram. And I've already sold a couple things to people. Like, I'm out live thrifting, and if you're in here, thank you. But I'm out live thrifting, and people are like, "I want those. Pick them up," and they pick them up. There's even a time where I'm like, "Are you sure you want these? Like, I'm pretty sure you can buy them cheaper." And they're like, "No, I want those," and I've already shipped them to her. This is something I found today that someone wanted. So I wasn't going to buy this, but someone wanted it when I was going live thrifting, so I picked it up. This I picked up maybe, I think my daughter's asleep, but American Girl doll. If you find American Girl doll stuff, accessories, dolls, anything, these sell well. People say, were like, pick it up, pick it up. And I was like, you know what? For $2, I'll pick it up. I'll probably just give it to her since she has American Girl doll stuff. So anyways, American Girl doll stuff sells really well. This was a unique, again, Polo Ralph Lauren. You see, I have a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren. Instagram is way better, no fees. You garage sale, I do. Goodwill has great prices. Let's see. Okay, so my story with garage sales. I only do garage sales if I pass them on the road. That's the only time. I don't go searching for garage sales because I found for myself that I do better going to the thrift stores and hitting those up than I do going to garage sales. Yes, I can find super great deals at garage sales, but a lot of times I feel like I waste time doing garage sales. So if I pass them along the road, I'll turn off. I always keep cash in my glove box, not a whole lot, but just enough. And that way I will do it. But church sales are my very favorite. I love church sales because they sell all their stuff for cheap. But here you go. Polo Ralph Lauren. Again, that's a new tag, but it had this teddy bear on it with an American flag. Just a super good hit on it, and it's big, so that will help the value. Again, if this was just a plain Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, I wouldn't buy it. But because it has something unique, I bought it, and it will sell well. So $5 on that. I didn't even look up comps. I just know the teddy bear for Polo Ralph Lauren, they sell well. So, polar bear. Wow, exactly. That will sell exactly. So I've been doing it long enough where anything that I find with a bear on it, they do well. And this was $5, and it's a 2XL. So I don't even look at comps. I grab it and put it in the cart. I just check over and make sure it had no stains because it was white. That's it. So always check for stains on the tummy and check for stains in the pits. That's where you'll find them the most. Again, I'm not going to waste a ton of your time, but I will tell you, because I'll go through more of them. This is a model I'm doing. I don't suggest it to newbies because it might waste your time. When I was doing all this as a side hustle, the minimum I would sell stuff for is like 20 or $25 profit. But now I'm going down to like $10 if I can list it super fast. So for example, this Polo Ralph Lauren, you guys see these in all your thrift stores. I guarantee it. All your thrift stores, you see these, right? So they're $5 where I live. What I do, I list them at $15. Buyer pays shipping, and I promote them at 4%, and I sell them daily. And what I do is I just take a really nice thumbnail of that right there so people can see the exact color of the horse, the exact color of the design. That's a gingham check. And now I just plug the pictures in, plug the size in, and the color. I just put multicolor on really all of them, actually. And they sell. Like, look at my store. I sell them all the time. It's a filler. I'm just going to call them fillers from now on. So FootJoy, I like to get FootJoy pullovers if they have this stretchy material. They actually do really well for me. FootJoy polos in general haven't done as well for me, especially if they're just a plain color. If they have a whole bunch of like drinks on them or like martini glasses or whatever, they do well. But this is just a FootJoy, and it's the spandex polyester. It was $5. This will probably sell for 25 or 22 plus shipping. So he has a method and pattern which he goes to. Yeah, I don't do the garage sales unless I pass them. So just like any job, I'm regimented, right? For the most part. So I wake up, I'm going to do like a day in the life and post it on YouTube. But I wake up, get my kids ready, I take them to school, I go and sit in a parking lot for like 40 minutes. I listen to the radio and I list from my phone because I take all my pictures and everything from my phone. So I just go to a parking lot and I list from my phone for like 45 minutes. And then the Goodwill opens at 9, and I'm just hitting the Goodwills until I stop, which is usually around 2. So that's how I thrift. If I find like the weekends, I don't thrift, but if I pass by a garage sale, I'll stop by a garage sale. So that's how I do that. Does Under Armour hoodies sell? They don't do as well for me, but it just depends. Yeah, they sell. Like if I could buy Under Armour hoodies for $2, I'd buy every single one of them. But if they're pricing them up at like $8 to $10 here, so I don't really pick them up anymore. Black quarter zip wool today. Yeah, the wools sell good too, sell well. I picked up. I might have one here. It was red, but yeah, I picked up a red one. I think they sell well. So here's a Nike with the Cadillac. What I've found, if you find a polo that's Under Armour or Nike and it has some type of club or some type of car or whatever, like Corvettes or Cadillacs or whatever, people will buy these. So this might have been like a dealership thing or like they gave it away with the car, but people who drive Cadillacs will want this shirt. They'll want that shirt. So I buy these and they sell pretty quickly for $5. I actually, last week I showed Mickey Mouse polo and one of them just sold today for me. I actually only had 3 sales today, and then I took my kid to soccer and I came back. I think I had 4 more. So I think I had maybe like 5 more. So I think I'm around 10. But here is 511 Tactical. So 511, you were talking about it earlier. Someone in the chat was. I do pick them up, and I rarely ever see them in jeans. And the jeans actually sell for good, really well. So these were $8. I'll be able to sell these for around $30 to $35 plus the buyer pays shipping. Again, I always with jeans look at the hems for fraying, and I always look, I know, at the crotch. So I always look at the crotch just because they rub and holes and they stretch and all that sort of stuff. But in the early days, I'd get a ton of returns because they would say the crotch is super worn out or there's a hole in the crotch. So now it's just a habit. I try not to smell them though. Do you promote your listings? Yes, I promote almost all my listings. I sold a long time ago on one of those Bush lights on it. Yeah. So someone said they found a Nike Polo with Bush Light. Yes. So I live in Indianapolis. So we have the Indianapolis 500. Beer is a huge thing at those, and there's a lot of promoters. So after the race, I'll find a whole bunch of Bud Light, Coors Light, all that sort of stuff, and I pick them all up because they sell. You're right. So anything with the beer logo or whatever, I pick them up. To answer the question, promoting listings, I promote maybe 50% of my items. So I promote anything that the market is saturated. So like this Polo Ralph Lauren's, I promote at 4%. Under Armour stuff, FootJoy, Nike, for the most part, unless it's super unique, I'll promote anything where there's a ton. If it's a unique brand like a CC Filson, I don't need to promote it. It sells itself. So I don't promote things that sell themselves that people want really bad. So here again, a Michigan, Johnny O. Yeah, Johnny O. You guys probably know this brand. If you don't by now, it's a golf brand. I like to get it in just this like prep performance now. The cotton ones don't sell as well for me anymore. They did about 2 years ago. So I get these prep performance, and it's got Michigan on it. So this Michigan logo will actually help the value of this shirt. So you gotta have to familiarize yourself with like team logos and stuff like that, because there's a ton of high school team logos around here, or team logos that are like local colleges that won't sell well, but that will help the value. Have you sold about Bobby Johnson golf? No, Bobby Jones. I know Bobby Jones really well. Go Blue. Someone's a Michigan fan. I went to Purdue, but I don't care about Purdue's not been good. So at least at football. This is I bought this on a whim. I was kind of hit or miss on this, but it's a blazer, obviously, or blazer suit jacket. It's double vented, which it's not super old. But the reason I bought it was because it's 100% cashmere. So since it's 100% cashmere, I bought it. And I looked up the name. It's sold at Saks. So it's not just like 100% cashmere Joseph A. Banks. It's sold at Saks. And that's the name of the brand, which I actually never heard of. And I know quite a bit of my brands when it comes to suits and blazers. So I just looked that brand up. There were sold comps, and it's cashmere. It was only $8. So I'll hold off and sell this in the fall. You guys should know 100% cashmere stuff sells really well. Bobby Jones. Yeah, Bobby Jones. I don't pick up any Bobby Jones unless it has a Masters logo. That's the Masters, the Augusta golf course logo. It's like the United States in yellow with the little red flag sticking up. So that's the Masters logo. I told you guys I got a ton of stuff. So this is just Monday through today. Monday through today. So there's another one of those Ralph Lauren. I love this check. Anytime I find this check, I pick it up. And I only pick up ones that are sized, like large, small, extra large, whatever. If they're like a 17 with the 36 and the sleeves and all that stuff, I don't, because that cuts into my time when I list it. So I only pick up ones that are sized. Here's just another Under Armour. So again, bread and butter, just a regular polo, no logos on it. $5. I'll sell it for like $18 or $15. Here's a Rain Spooner. Someone said today, do I buy Rain Spooner? I do buy Rain Spooner. I do buy Rain Spooner, if especially I can link it to something. So this is a Purdue College, again, Rain Spooner. And someone who's a Purdue fan would love to have this shirt. So Purdue, Rain Spooner, it was $5. I'll be able to sell that for over 20, probably over 30. Do you have a YouTube or TikTok of suit brands to buy? I can do that. And I would do one of to buy. Again, I don't like doing like brands to buy as far as shirts and jeans and stuff, because that stuff changes. But for suits, most of those stay the same. So I can make one. I can make one for that. $25 for Rain Spooner at your thrift? That's crazy. These have gone down in price, actually. These used to be super hot in 2015 and 16 when I first got on the scene. Like, that was one of the brands I was looking for. But they don't do as well for me like they did back then. Someone begged me to get this. This is San Diego, but it doesn't say San Diego on it. So it can be LA. The colors are a little different, but it's a Bosa jersey. It was only $5. It's Nike. It's extra large, so I bought it. Again, I have a guy in town that buys anything vintage or anything sports related. So if I look up comps, I didn't even look up comps. Everyone online said get it. It goes for like $30 or whatever. So I'll get that one. When I do lives, I can't look at comps on my phone. So I rely on everyone on here, which is kind of good, because when we go live together, I show everyone what brands not to buy or to buy. And then we come across stuff that I don't know, and people get online and they search for themselves. So they kind of get practice. I learn stuff. You guys learn stuff. We all learn stuff. It's good. So do you buy large XLT? Oh, yeah. I love, or XL. And what? Large and XL and what? Ball between the cracks. So here is Black Mamba. So Kobe Bryant. So these are Kobe Bryant shorts. If you've seen that logo, that's Kobe Bryant's logo. And all his stuff has just gone up in value, as you can imagine. So Kobe Bryant stuff I buy, I pick up. And these are actually 3XL. So they're going to help the value. And you always want to check with Nike shorts, if you get them, or Jordan, do they have the elasticity still? Because if they don't, that can kill the value. So these were $4. And they're $3.90. They were only $4.99, or they're 3XL. They were only $3.99. So a lot of threes in that. What's the smallest size you'd buy in men's jeans? 32, probably, unless it's like a double RL, which is like a high-end Ralph Lauren brand. I might buy smaller, but probably 32. 32. XL men's shirts, not medium or small. Actually, I buy the bigger the better, but I've also found that small sells well. So if you go to a thrift store, you're going to see mostly medium, large, extra large. You're going to see a lot less smalls, and you're going to see less 2XLs. So a lot of people, we say the bigger the better, and that's the case, but also smalls sell well for me too. Like those polo shirts that are button-ups, I don't find smalls very often. When I do, they sell like that. So you can look at my sold listings. I think I sold one last week that was a small. Just again, a thermo Nike, like the Pro Combat, they do pretty well. And this was again $5. It's a bread and butter item, so this will sell for like $22 plus shipping. I won't list that until the fall. It's a good thing to list at Nike. This was an awesome find. Again, if you're new here, anything that is name brand like Nike with Disney is worth like twice as much. So what people do, what's the tag? I forget. Yeah, $75 for this. This should be like a $45 or $55 shirt new, but someone probably bought this in Disney World and then came home and donated it. So anything Disney related that's a name brand, if you've been to Disney World and gone in their shops, you'll see Tommy Bahama Disney, Tory Burch Disney, Peter Millar Disney, Nike Disney, all that Disney stuff for so much money. And people buy it. I watch people buy it, and then I find it at the thrift store. So it's worth good money. Everyone goes to Disney, so pick it up. What is your eBay? It Surfs Up Finds. All my stuff. If you go to my link tree in my bio, you can follow me on YouTube. You can look at my eBay store. I'm fully transparent. You can see all my sold listings. So click sold, and you can see everything I have for sale too. Again, I have buyer pay shipping for all my stuff. So here's Athleta again. And these are XLTs. So they were a good size. They're full length. They were $3.99. So I picked them up. And they actually had these back pockets, which I don't see very often. So they're almost like a crossover pant, because they're like a gym pant, but also with the back pockets. So put your goodies in them. Yep. Any questions, guys? I'm sorry I can't answer questions like I normally do because I'm back here showing you this stuff, but I'm doing my best with the questions. Ask me any questions, DM. I'd love to answer them. At the end, I will answer some questions. But here's a 3XL Nike full zip. It was $5.99. I picked it up because it's 3XL. So if this was just like a medium, I probably wouldn't have picked it up just because it's plain. It does have the blade collar, which everyone knows I like. But since it's 3XL, that will sell in the 20s for sure, plus buyer pay shipping. Here is, I don't even know what this is. Oh, Lululemon. So again, no tag on this one, and it doesn't even have the 3 little hits right there. But if you know Lululemon and you feel it, you'll walk by and you'll say, no tag, I feel it. That feels like Lululemon. Look down at the bottom, and you'll see that it's Lululemon. So that's the men. That's like the, it's actually the 3rd generation of men Lululemon size or tags. The first ones were really big. The second ones were the normal dot. This is the 3rd one. And then now they've gone back to the normal dot because everything in Lululemon is now unisex. So that's the previous edition. Thank you to the people online. I still haven't looked up these comps, but I found these. Tell me what you guys think, because if you're new here. So I thought they were shred. Everyone's like, go back and look at those. Go back and look at those. These Paisley, Loud. And I said, they're shred. They're not. They're like, no, they're shredded. They were shredded. I was wrong. Shredded. Do these do well? Because I've never found them or sold them. Shredded. So do by scale and weigh everything yourself. I know how much almost everything weighs, and I send a lot of stuff flat rate, which means it doesn't matter how much it weighs. If it fits in the package, like flat rate envelopes, it will sell, or you can ship it. And if you go to my link tree, the first thing I tagged it because I get that question so often. I tagged a video I did on shipping, and it's very rudimentary, but it should help you out with shipping. It's the first thing on my link tree. Click on it's on my YouTube channel, and it's just a little tutorial on shipping. So I paid $5 for these. What do you think? They're cute, but are they worth money? So someone, when I was doing it live, yep, if it fits, it ships. So anyways, shredded. Someone said these are good. Anyways, I'm trying to do women's clothing. I'm trying to expand. I know my men's clothing really well. So why not, when they roll out a new cart, get to know my women's clothing really well? I'll have double. So never saw that brand. Yeah. So you guys can look it up right now. Let me know. So shredded Paisley pants. Actually, shredded floral. They're floral. Here is another pair again of Nike embroidered. So these are Kansas, the Jayhawks. These are Nike, and these are $3.99. It has a little older tag. And I'm telling you guys, college embroidered shorts that are Nike sell for really well if you get them for the right price. So again, these were $3.99. So that's a no-brainer. Let me see. Oh, man. Who was with me when I found all of this? So all of this. This was like a honey hole. Again, I went to a thrift store and they had nothing. It was one of my favorite thrift stores. Nothing. I just kept looking through the aisles. I went over to the scrubs. Look at this. Honey hole of scrubs. Honey hole of scrubs. All these figs. Yes. All these are figs. Look at all these. So, and they're all matching outfits. They're all mediums. I think I have like 5, maybe 6. So if you don't know figs, I'll show you the inside. So this is what you're looking for on figs. You can tell really by the waistbands, and they're not, they hold they're like Lululemon. I call them the Lululemon of scrubs. They just hold their stretch. They look really good. They're super expensive. But on the inside pocket, when you open them up, it'll say right there figs, and that's where you'll see the size tag as well. But you'll want to look for a cross. Somewhere on there will be a cross. On the butt, there'll be the figs right there. So FIGS. I've been telling people the wrong thing. But usually there's a cross on them somewhere. Maybe there's not on these. But anyways, figs are great. So anyways, if you find a full suit, like here's a shirt right here. If you find a full suit with the cross, find a full suit matching, like both these are medium. And I think I found, again, 5 or 6 of these. How much do these sell for? I think around, it's been a while, probably $50 or $60 for this set right here. I'm pretty sure $40 to $50 probably for the set. And they were $3.99 each. So you're talking $8, and I have 5 of them. They were all right together. Anything extra large, bro? What's your name on eBay? Surfs Up Finds. Everything's in my link tree in my bio. So if you go to my bio, my Instagram, where I post stuff daily of what I find, just like little hits or whatever, and you can follow me there. My YouTube, Surfs Up Finds, everything's in my link tree. $40 to $55, yep, on the scrubs. I'm pretty sure Thrift sleeps on scrubs. They totally do. How do you sell on eBay? Get on the site, and it's a tutorial. They'll show you the whole way through. So anyways, all these scrubs, all of them figs. And this is a store with another reseller in it that's like Cutthroat. And I got all these. I was super excited. That was one of those, like, yeah. So keep going. Let's keep going. So set is like $68. So yeah, they do really well. Figs does jackets too. Yeah, they do like jackets. So what I was saying earlier, and I didn't mean anything negative by it, but what you do is when you go in the doctor's office and the doctor comes in, I was saying the nurses won't, but let's just go with the doctors. When the doctors come in, you'll see them wear figs. I was saying usually the nurses come in and they have their Mickey Mouse stuff or their really fun stuff for the kids or whatever, and then the doctor comes in and they're wearing the figs. So that's what I was saying earlier. Nurses wear figs too. I get it. I like this brand, Wallace and Barnes. It's not a super great brand, but it's a good brand to pick up, especially for $5. They also do a collab with J. Crew. But this is just a Wallace and Barnes. They make a whole bunch of like fall and winter stuff. So this is like pretty much unworn condition. This will sell for around $30, $32 for me in the fall. I'm thinking around 32. So that was a good one. Again, I'm not going to go through it, but BKE found another pair, $7.99. Are these the bigger pair? Yeah, so these will sell even better. So I'll price these up over 30. They're 38 by 34. When I tell people all the time, the biggest thing you want to look for, if it's a 34, 36, 38, that's fine, but the inseam. If the inseam's super long, it's good for 2 reasons. Number 1, it will fit the tall people that can't find their size. And number 2, anybody else can hem them up. So they'll sell to tall people or anybody. So if you find long, good pants like BKE like this, that ups the value. So now you have double the audience to sell them to. How you know what to find? I've been doing it since 2015, and I've just studied. It's like a big study guy. Every day is something new. And there are brands I find every day that I don't know about. Not every day, but often. There's a shirt in here that I found this week that I've never heard of the brand. I even made a TikTok about it. Never heard of it. How do you search your eBay? I can't find the search bar for some reason. You'll search for users on eBay. Search for users. Actually, if you want to, look up Avengers, or not Avengers, look up Submariner comic book. Number one, I have it on auction right now, and it ends like pretty soon. So look for that, or look for a Kuji fish sweater, and that will be me. There'll only be like one listed probably right now for auction. You found a leather jacket, never heard of it? Leather jacket, never heard. What's the money? What leather jacket? Tell me about the leather jacket. What's your preferred box for shipping jeans? I like shipping jeans in a padded flat rate. Oh, I have one. So in my shipping, again, go to my shipping tutorial YouTube video. It should really help you out. I made it to help people out. I don't get anything from it. I don't promote anything. I just did it to help because shipping is so important. For example, if you're selling these jeans and you put like $6 shipping, they actually cost 10. So you just lost $4. Because, and also USPS, they raise their prices twice a year now. So it's always changing. So this is a flat rate padded envelope. You can get them for free off USPS.com. And these jeans will fit, I'll fold these up and they'll fit right into this envelope, no problem. And you know the exact cost because it's flat rate. Someone said earlier, if it fits, it ships. So they'll fit in here. It has its own tape on it. You'll tape them up and you just slap the label on them. So this is around $10 right now to ship anywhere. So you can ship these 10 miles away and they'll ship for the same price as if you shipped them 1,000 or 2,000 miles away. So let me take those out before I accidentally ship them up. So yeah, I use that. And I use poly mailers for first class. So I rarely use boxes unless I do shoes or coats. Roll them up. Yeah, you can roll up jeans. I always roll. Also, here's a tip. If you sell blazers or suits, what I do with blazers and suits when I ship them, I roll them up like this so they don't have any creases in them. And actually, I learned that from traveling. When we went travel, I love traveling with kids. It's a lot harder, but when you roll up your dress shirts or dress stuff, it makes it so they don't wrinkle, or they're less prone to have wrinkles. So I'm gonna say the best for last. So you guys better stick around. Here are some new tags. Polo Ralph Lauren pants. You guys kind of see a pattern here. I get a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren, right? So people sleep on it. That's the thing. People sleep on the brand. Like these were brand new tags sitting on the shelf. So these will sell super quick, especially since they're white. Labor Day, what is it? Memorial Day to Labor Day, you can wear white. So I'll list those. Here are some, I believe these are cool. These are actually some cool pants. I've never found this version before. So you look up the symbol. This is one of the better brands for hiking. They sell them at REI. I don't know the other stores that sell them at, but REI. This is a good brand. And then you'll look at the inside pocket on a lot of them. Some of them don't have them if they're a little bit older or like pure nylon or whatever. But you'll look at the inside pocket right here, and it will tell you the name of the style. That way you can look up that style name. And then you can also, when you list it, you list that style name. So that's the style right there. I've actually never found this style before. I've probably sold close to probably 100 pair of cool pants. You can get Polo clearance at Kohl's for $3. That's cool. Polo Ralph Lauren or Chaps? Where are you getting your merchandise? I go to thrift stores. Mostly I go to Goodwills. So Polo is just one of those brands. If you're new, you can't just go in and get Polo. It's not going to work out. You have to know specifically what you're going for. That's why I tell people don't do it unless it screams. Like the Polos I get like this, don't pick them up. I just don't recommend picking these up unless I have a model that I use for these, and it's super easy now that I've been doing it for so long. But don't do it. Here's another pair, by the way. So these are cool. And they just opened up. They have this snap button. They almost, I think all of them do. They have this snap button right here. That's also how you can know. And there are a lot of copycats, so watch out. There are copycats. But these are actually women's shorts. And they were $3.99. So cool women's shorts in their cargo. Pick those up. Again, going through the women's section. Here are some Lululemon shorts. And I know these because I have a pair. Right there's the Lululemon tag. So also look out for that. I find often on the racks that have, like on the regular racks, not the carts that just rolled out. So these have been sitting out for a while, that they're Lululemon. There's no tag. There's no Lululemon symbol here or down here, but the Lululemon tag is up here by the waistband. So look at those three places. You want to look right up at the top. You want to look at the bottom of the leg. And also, if they're men's, you want to look by the waistband for Lululemon. All right. So here we go. Some more. This one, I think someone wanted this, but this is one of my favorite. These sell so quick. So Levi's Pearl Snap denim shirts, not just Levi Pearl Snap. They have to be denim. So denim Pearl Snap shirts by Levi's. If they're $5, they sell super quick for me. I sell them at like around $25, $27 plus buyer pay shipping. And this one happened to be new with tags. So this one's new with tags. And what I'll do, actually, I'll do it right now. There's the tag right there. This is actually from Ross. And so what I'll do is just rip the Ross tag off. And I'll keep the regular tag on. So I don't want them to think it's from like a Ross or whatever. Excuse me. Let me see. Another Under Armour, plain Jane, $20, bread and butter. Here is the Lululemon I put in one of my videos. I'm gonna probably keep this one. It has the tag in it. You rarely find them with this tag. I know that because I talked to the managers and they say if we find the tag, we'll send them off to shopgoodwill.com. So if they have the tag, it's hard to find, but it's only $5. So with the tag, and this is a newer one, this would probably sell for around $35. It's men's. Do you ever find, yes. So I'm not even going to pronounce it, but I'm going to pin you. So do I ever find that brand? I do. I have a linen one that I need to list right now, but they make linen. They're known for making shirts, long sleeve linen shirts, and they're known for making men's board shorts or swimsuits. They also make women's shirts. I have a floral women's shirt. Would you share your prices? What do you want me to share my prices? What? Oh, what's up, Chris? Chris, I was coming. I told you to wait for me today. So here you go. If you guys don't follow, why can't I tag you? Say something. Say something nice. So, if follow this guy right here. His name's Chris. So follow him. He's been doing this a super long time. Where'd it go? He's been doing this a super long time, and he's just like me. He knows his stuff. He goes live almost daily. He's like an expert in blazers and everything else. Follow him. Give him a follow. He knows a lot of his stuff. But I wanted you to stay on your live today because we had different methods. So like I said before, I hoard my winter and fall stuff until winter and fall and just list my summer and spring. So he doesn't do that. And I think he's really opposed to doing it, like violently opposed. I'm just playing. But anyways, that's what's up. So here's another blazer I found. I think I posted this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I post stuff like this throughout the day. But this is just a Zegna. This is actually for you, Chris. This is a Zegna blazer. This is a super good blazer. So someone earlier was saying, what are blazers should I look for? Zegna blazers with a newer tag like this. They do really well. This, I think, is a Mila fit. And you can find the fit. Just look at the inside tag, and you'll find the fit. Right there. It says Fit Mila. So that's important. You want to put that in the title, and anything European will have a tag like this. And you just take 10 off of that. So it says 56, but it's actually a size 46. So if it says 52, it's a size 42. If it says 58, it's a size 48. So that's how the really nice blazers are. If it's made in the USA or whatever, it will probably just have its size. Like made in the USA chaps will probably have like 42. So do you even flip, bro? Who's pinning you now? All right, here we go. Buttercloth, shout out K-Way. Shout out K-Way Shop. This is a brand that I've only bought one other time, and he was like, I love this brand. I love this brand. So I've really been looking out for it more, and I found one this week. So thank you, Wayne, over at K-Way. I picked this one up. It's a polo. It's not a button down. I think it will do well. I don't even know the comps, but if he says he sells them and they're worth money, I buy them. So follow K-Way Shop if you don't already do it. He's just like me. He knows his stuff pretty well, actually really well. But here's a Vineyard Vines extra small. I usually don't buy extra small, but again, if look in the men's section, you don't see many extra small. You don't see many 3XL. So actually, I do sell extra small pretty well and small. So look out for it. Thank you, Chris. All right. So again, I'm saving some of the best for last. This one's for here's an example of really good Polo Ralph Lauren. So here's your Polo Ralph Lauren, right? This is one of the ones that sell for $15 plus shipping, but I'm not. Why? Because it's huge. It's a 3XLT. This will sell for about $23, $24 plus shipping. So just because it's the bigger size, it's going to add not double the value, but like 66% more. This one is for Wayne. It's a Tommy Bahama, boring, plain Jane, everyday shirt, da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm just kidding. But Tommy Bahama that just scream Tommy Bahama, like the big floral, or they have the words on it, or like the sailboats on it. Anything that screams Tommy Bahama does really well. The only thing that was holding me back from this one was it's 100% rayon and not 100% silk. I like 100% silk. What brand was that? What brand was which one? Which one? This one. Do I wash my clothes before shipping? I don't. Follow me, Jennifer, in my lives. I talk about it quite a bit. I'll tell you why. So this is a rayon. It had two front pockets, which I don't think I've seen that in a Tommy Bahama with the two front pockets. And it had all this stuff on it. It even says Tommy Bahama right on this. So I think I'm actually going to ship this to K-Way Shop. So I'm going to ship this to K-Way Shop for free. Let him go at it. But got a few more items down here. Athleta again. And again, this one had the name, so it's super easy for me to look up. Right there. There it is. I can look it up super good. I hit the jackpot with multiple Robert Grahams in size medium. Yep. So Robert Graham is a good, especially if it screams Robert Graham. If it has paisley or whatever, or super bright colors, it's good. As a matter of fact, speaking of eBay algorithms, I had a Robert Graham listed for probably a year and a half. Nothing. It's $22 too. It's super cheap. It was plain with stripes, nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to list it at 99 cents auction. Just get it out of here. Maybe get $5 or $10 out of it. It went for $28 or $25. You can see it on my sold listings. So I have no idea. Sometimes the algos, if your stuff just sits a long time, it's like it doesn't exist. People can't find it. I don't know. English Laundry, no. English Laundry is not a brand that I pick up to resell. So, no, I definitely don't have a bromance with Wayne over at K-Way, because if we were bromancing, we would be wearing Tommy Bahamas together, and I don't like Tommy Bahama, but he does. But no, for real, if you're looking for Tommy Bahama, get the big sizes and the super shot-out floral ones. The ones with the big old embroidery on the back are super great. Back to washing clothes. I don't wash any of my clothes because they don't pick up anything that smells or has cat hair or dog hair on it. If I get it home and I find a stain, I'll spot treat it and wash it. Or if I bring it home and it does have a little scent of like perfume or something, I'll give it a wash. But I don't wash any of my clothes, and I state that in my description so people know. And I've sold 28,000 items, and I've never had anyone complain. Maybe I had one person complain in my whole entire time, and it was about something having a cologne smell. It wasn't even a smoke smell. So here's an Eileen Fisher, and this is like a button-up. I don't know what you would call this, like a blouse, but it's a button-up, and it's pure silk. So it's black, pure silk. You can't go wrong with black year-round. It's lightweight. So I'll probably list that right now. Shout out, Chris. Nice brand hat. Love their sandals. Yes, Olakai. For those of you who don't know, Olakai is like a really good brand to look for in sandals. So Olakai, if you find this in sandals and they're like $5, grab them, especially if they're in really good condition. They're super good. So Brooks Brothers, depends on the Brooks Brothers. If they're really big Brooks Brothers, yes. If they are a tuxedo Brooks Brothers, white shirt, yes. I know Wayne over at his shop, he sells a ton of white Brooks Brothers dress shirts, as long as they don't have any stains on them. So, but also Brooks Brothers blazers I sell. Yes, a lot of them have a fancy a fancy. I'll try to find one real quick for you. Actually, hold on a second. So let me see here what I have. What do I have? What do I have? I know I have a ton of Brooks Brothers. Sorry for but I have tons of Brooks Brothers stuff. I don't know where it's all at, but anyways, Brooks Brothers, yes, they do well in blazers. So if you find a blazer that Brooks Brothers, they do really well, especially a full suit, and they'll have a specific like a Saxon SAXXON, I believe, like a wool. It's an upscale wool or a Loro Piana wool, and you want to get that. I love Brooks Brothers jackets with the gold buttons. Those sell for me within a week of listing them at the right price. So this is actually one of the better brands, or it's not the best brand, but it's probably a top 5 brand of blazers to look for. So this is a bolo. I did not find this. I just pulled it. I keep all my blazers in the closet right in here. But this is a huge bolo brand, guys. If you ever find it in ties, dress shirts, pants, blazers, anything, Brioni is like top notch, top notch. This is like the what would I say? Like the Lamborghini SUV, like the Lamborghini SUV. So like the Rolls Royce SUV is Kiton or whatever, Kiton. If you find that brand, you hit gold, you hit jackpot. But Brioni is probably the second best brand. Almost all Brioni come in a special fabric, so it usually has silk blend or cashmere blend or something special about it. They're just really high end. What's the best women's jeans to look for? I'm not the best person to ask for that, but I would say mother jeans for me have done really well. Mother jeans do really well for me. Yeah, so those are the most expensive that I've been selling recently. Obviously, they're like Louis Vuitton and Burberry and all this stuff, but our thrift stores don't put those out. They ship them off. So so this is a brand right here, guys. I do not pick up anymore. I actually passed up 4 this week that were super awesome right in a row. But Bugatti Uomo or Bugatti or whatever it is, that's a brand like 4 or 5 years ago that I picked up and it sold super quick. I don't pick up that brand anymore. I don't pick it up. I love how the room's decorated. Thanks. So Judy Blues, yeah, I have a pair of Judy Blues down here that I showed earlier. If you're just now joining, I'm going over, I bet this is 100 items of things that I sell in my store and things that you can make money off of. So if you want to, I'm going to put this video live on YouTube. And if you missed any of it, you can catch it later. Probably tonight or tomorrow, I'll post it on live this live on YouTube. But here again, it's another FootJoy. It has a golf logo on it, which is fine, but it's got that spandex polyester material. And for $5, these will sell for 22 plus buyer pay shipping all day long. I found this. The comps weren't great, but I'm going to just sell it to that guy that I have in town. But we came to Shred. I think it's a band. So I know rock tees are super popular. It's actually 2004, but my guy, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over here. My guy will buy these. So just make connections around to your town. So here's a video I made of what brand is it. And everyone is saying, what brand is it? What brand is it? I think Felix was the first one to get it. But I love Loudmouth. So Loudmouth is really good in the pants. Actually, if you go to my store and look at my sold listings. I think I've sold 2 this week. One for 60 and one for like 40. They're one of my favorite brand of pants for golf. Loudmouth are golf pants, and they're just like they say, they're super loud. But right here is a brand in my video that I was showing. This is a brand new brand to me. I go to the thrift store every single day, Monday through Friday, all year long. Been doing it for 8 years. So here it is. Northern or Untouched World. I was reading it backwards. So Untouched World. And it has this special little like falcon, I guess I would say, a falcon right here, and then like a falcon here on the back. It's actually a wool. It's like a merino wool. So this I thought would be like a smart wool, but it's actually nicer. It sells for more money than a smart wool. So this was a Bolo brand. I'll show it to you again. You can take a screenshot if you want. But this is the first time I found it. So again, if you don't find things very often, it's probably worth a lot of money. This is the first time I found this brand. So Thunderbird. So Thunderbird. Yep. Llama Golf shirt. Yep. Scander. Nice. All right. So Untouched World. Untouched World. Yep. Untouched World. Do you get to thrift as soon as they open? Buy all the good items. So at my thrift stores, I hit them from 9 to about 2. And what our thrift stores do, they roll out new carts all day long and into the evening. So when the producers in the back get a cart ready, the people up front get them and take them out to the floor and start putting them away. It's all day long. Every single Goodwill in Indianapolis will tell you that too. And I go to all of them. I know all the employees, and they all tell you that. I never say, can you go get carts? I never say stuff like that. Every once in a while, someone I know will be like, you want me to bring out a fresh cart? I'll be like, okay. But they bring out carts all day long. So it's not like I go first thing in the morning. So when I did it as a side hustle, I had no choice but to go at 3:30 every single day. So anyways, here's more Athleta. It's a good size, XL. They're a skort, I believe. Yeah. Run with it skort. See, I like these new Athleta because you can just look up the name right there. It's so easy. It's so easy. Do you have to get you go through it as soon as they open? No. Do you go to Marshalls and buy shoes to resell? No, but I know people that do. I know people that go to Marshalls and TJ Maxx and buy shoes and everything to resell often. It's called retail arbitrage, but be careful with that because you're spending up. So everything here, I'm spending $5 on a piece, but those shoes you might spend like $40 on and sit on that $40 for a while because shoes are a little bit of a longer tail item. Let's see what else we got. I posted this on my Instagram as well. So this, I forget the name of this. It's like Raven Falcon or Falcon Raven or Ball Raven or whatever. But if you can see the name right there, that's the name of it. But I found it in pants before. I found it in shirts before, but I never found the bags. So Golf Skort Success. So here you go. What's the most amount I've ever found in a pocket? Yeah, I actually have found. I've found maybe $50. I've found $5. I've found $20. I find stuff in pockets. I don't look in every pocket, so it's very likely that I've sold stuff to people where they've actually probably made money on me, got free items. But just a simple pair of North Face shorts. They were $3.99 or $5.99 actually for these. I bought these for $5.99. I paid up because they're size 40. They're size 40 and they're pure nylon, and they are belted. So I would call these belted cargo nylon North Face shorts. And they're size 40. So the bigger, the better. Again, bigger, the better for men's. If they're a good brand. This shirt, I did not look it up, but I know Ariat is a good brand. Ariat's a good brand. I showed you one earlier. It was a men's, but this is like a pullover snap for women's, and it actually has these like copper buttons. They're metal copper buttons, and it kind of has that like blanket look. So I picked it up for $5. I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I saw comps for around $20 or $25 on those. I found 5 LL Bean flannels at the same time. Should I list them as a set? I wouldn't. If there are 5 LL Bean flannels, I would list them separately because I get about $20 a piece for those. So I wouldn't personally. Those are good. That's a good pickup. You should check pockets, and sometimes a good old just to check pockets. It's funny you actually said that. Yeah, I sell a ton of Ariat. Ariat makes shoes, women's shoes, men's shoes, clothing, all that. But I told one of the workers at Goodwill, I'm like, listen, and she's worked there for forever. I'm like, what you need to do when you're putting out stuff is check the blazers of all the men's jackets and check for money because I find money in them. She's like, okay. So I went back in there, like, I don't know. I talk to her often, but then like a month or two later, she's like, I found some in there. So keep down the DL. I'm not going to say where it was, but anyways, that was cool. This is an Adidas. It's actually a youth, but it's a bigger youth. And I normally wouldn't pick this up. It was $6. So I picked it up. The reason I picked it up is because with Adidas, you can also look up the code and find out the exact version of it. And the way you do that with Adidas is right under the date, there's a code there. It starts with the AJ, that one does specifically. And so you just look up that code, and you can look that code up on Google, and it will show you the exact model. And then you just looked up that model on eBay. So I picked this up. that'll probably the comps are actually kind of higher than I thought on those. Here is Mammoth. This is a really good brand too. If you guys don't know it, Mammoth, it's a really good hiking brand. They make a lot of down jackets and jackets for hiking, but these were shorts. I don't know if I've ever found nylon shorts in this brand. So pick those up, $3.99. These are like better than Patagonia, pretty sure. Better than Patagonia. But I'll save. We're down. Also found Mountain Hardwear vest and Sim Zip. Yeah, I love Sims. Mountain Hardwear is good, especially like the down jackets. Any of the newer stuff is good. But I found this today, and you find a ton of knockoff jerseys. But I knew this was real because it was with some other jerseys that were local, and it was like a more high end part of town. And so it's vintage Nike. I actually looked it up. It's 1998 Brazil with Ronaldo. It's not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the OG Ronaldo. And it has the older team logo, Nike. And I looked up see, it has this bright thing. So it had all the things that told me it was legit. So I looked it up and I found this exact tag and everything. So this was $5. Honestly, one of my favorite pickups are soccer jerseys. Soccer jerseys sell so well. I sell them overseas through eBay. The comps on this were all over the place, like anywhere from 40 to 100. So, and these were my pickup for the day. So these were my pickup for maybe for the week. But JNCOs are like the best brand of jeans right now for men, I think. JNCOs sell in a heartbeat. I found these JNCO jean shorts. Can't believe they were on the rack. Can't believe I found them. Usually these are gone within seconds, especially out here with all these people getting the vintage stuff. But I found these on the racks. They were only $3.99, and they had this really awesome dragon hit on the back. I didn't even look up comps just because I know JNCO sells so well. I don't know exactly how much these go for, but I know they'll probably go for 50 or more, maybe close to 100. I sold a pair of jeans recently that weren't even JNCO, and they were almost $100. So that is what I got. I want to answer some of your questions before we head out. So ask away. Found Hoka men's shoes for 10 and a half. Marshalls for 79. Should I return them? I would, because what you're going to do for $79, let me turn this down because it's really bright now. What I would do, those Hokas that were $79, you're going to pay fees on that with eBay that are pretty high as well. So you have to calculate that in. So you're paying $80 with the fees on eBay. You're getting close to $100 if you had the buyer pay shipping. So I don't know. You'll just have to do comps on those. Duluth Trading polo shirts, I don't pick up anymore. Nope. I used to, but I don't pick them up anymore. Duluth Trading jackets, I do pick up. JNCOs, yeah, I'll show you. JNCOs. Again, this is a brand you really, I find this brand as much as I find Coogis, which is like super rare. But that's how it is. JNCO. JNCO jeans. They're known for this little this little king's hat or whatever you call it, crown, and they always have crazy print usually on them. The crazier, the better. The crazier, better. I saw those exact JNCOs sold for $150. Yeah, so I didn't even look at comps. I just knew JNCO jeans. You buy them. You buy them. So, what do you think about selling clothes in bundles? I was talking a little bit about that earlier. I sell in lots. So if it's a like item, I'll sell in lots. If they're like a $10 or $12 shirt, I'll put them in lots and sell them for like, 5 for like 60 or so something. Is eBay all you post on? Yes, and Marketplace for hard goods. So eBay is where I do all my business in Marketplace. Did you pick up those PFGs earlier today? If so, what are the size? They're 2XLs. I picked them both up. They just rolled out a new cart. They're 2XL. I've already went through them. If you guys are just getting in here, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I'll have the whole thing, all the brands, how much I bought, or how much I bought everything for, or how much I sold for. So yeah, no problem for the figs. So that's it, guys. I know there's a lot of thanks for staying with me. I hope I taught you some things. I hope you learned some things. Again, I learned some things this week, like that orange polo I've never found before. I'm always learning. I've been doing it for 8 years. You always have to keep learning. You have to stay up with the trends. So I appreciate you guys for being here. If you have any questions, if you want those PFGs, just email me. My email is on my link tree. You can Instagram me, just send me a DM. I appreciate everybody in here, and I'll see you in the next one.